Alright, this is the Flask, the Bart Simpsons version, issue number 50. And how would you celebrate a series reaching 50 issues? Personally, I'd probably tell a big epic story that redefines the central character while celebrating and incorporating stuff from the previous 49 issues. This one, though, decides to just have Bart Simpsons team up with Batman to fight Jokers. The other thing is that this comic book, it has got art by the evil Nazi overlord comic book man Nathan Van Scribbler. So there's all sorts of evil white power messages snuck into the art. Like, look at Jokers there. Look at how white he has been drawn. This is clearly, probably, Nathan Van Scribbler trying to say that pure whites are like the best ones or something like that. This issue is actually worth a little bit of money. I don't even know why exactly. I think it's a combination of things. Firstly, this is the first appearance of Green Flask, though he is obscured for all of it. That's him there in the shadows. Secondly, it's a milestone issue. It's the 50th issue of the series. Thirdly, it's got all this evil neo-Nazi art by Nathan Van Scribbler. Fourthly, it's got the Jokers in it. I would never, ever, in a million years, ever praise a white supremacist bigot like Nathan Van Scribbler. But Nathan Van Scribbler, his art is pretty good. What I like about this is it isn't his usual style. I mean, all the Nazism is still there, but this is actually some early work from him, and he's drawn to the same sort of look that the series had prior to him taking over the art chores. So it's a bit exaggerated and caricature. It's a shame he's a hate-filled hate-monger of hate, because he would have probably been a pretty good comic book artist instead. This issue, though, it's a pretty routine Batman team-up story. It's like a rinse and repeat template where Batman, he's facing the Jokers, and the one thing that he cannot do is conveniently what the hero he is teaming up with can do. In this case, the Jokers is teasing Batman about not being fast enough to save all the hostages he has. But luckily enough, Bart Simpsons, he is really fast. Some of the stronger bits of this issue are the bits just between Batman and Bart Simpsons, because I think Batman is always a good character to use for like blunt character analysis. Batman, he doesn't really want to work with Bart Simpsons because Batman, he remembers when Bart Simpsons put mothballs in the beef stew. But this is a light-hearted, harmless team-up between two characters you didn't expect to team up. But on that front, I would say that the Jokers is absolutely the worst choice for this story. Of all of Batman's villains, he's the worst one to select. Have fucking Riddler Man or Kite Flyer Man. Didn't have the one villain who remorselessly kills children and cripples girls and shit, and then they like a light-hearted story. It's just a weird tonal thing, and DC do this quite a lot. They sometimes just forget that Jokers is a horrible cunt, and it doesn't work to have him in goofy, silly stories or something like this. We've got an advert that you've got to turn sideways to see, and no matter how much I love doing that, I've already seen this advert, so I'm not going to bother doing it. This is a run-of-the-mill narrative where Bart Simpsons, he has the one power set that can benefit the story and stop the Jokers. And then it is Bart who manages to defeat the Jokers. And Batman feels a bit useless. I'm not selling it very well, but this is a fine read. It is inoffensive, if a bit generic, and there is some charm or enjoyment to be had reading it, even if it is just to see Nathan Van Scribbler, the self-professed pro-comic artist pro, doing hack artist tricks, like obscuring Batman's face with shadows, so that he doesn't have to draw any detail. But the best bit in the whole comic is right at the end. The final page, the last scene, we have got Batman and Bart Simpsons, and Batman, he says nice things about Bart Simpsons, and it's a happy ending, except for Green Flask, he has been watching it all. Well, that does make sense, because in 1999, when this came out, practically everyone was watching The Simpsons. That would have been like season 8. A stone cold classic. Homer's Phobia, You Only Move Twice, Poochie. Loads of brilliant episodes in that season. The Mary Poppins one, Frank Grimes, the Simpsons spin-off Showcase. That one has always been one of my favourites. The X-Files crossover. The one with Milhouse's parents divorce. The one where Bart works at a burlesque house, you know, the one from the GIF. The Prohibition one where Homer Simpsons becomes the beer baron of Springfield. So I rate season 8 of The Simpsons as 7 thumbs up.